Hello, I'm Nathan Wood. I'm one of your class of 2020 salutatorians. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and join me in the reciting of the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello everyone, my name is Natasha Messier and I'm one of your salutatorians. I am so elated that I am able to stand here on the stage and speak to you. I'll keep my speech short, but I'd like to acknowledge the many things we have to be thankful for. To our families, thank you for your love and patience. The encouragement, support, and contributions to our educations that you have provided have made all the difference. To the Franklin staff, faculty, and administration, thank you for your tireless efforts in making sure each student thrives. Personally, I know I would not have been able to succeed had it not been for the outstanding educators at this school. And finally, to the graduating class of 2020, congrats guys, we did it. I am so proud of each and every one of you, and I'm confident that all of you will have success in any endeavors that you decide to pursue. Long ago, a Persian monarch tasked his wise counselors to create a sentence that would be true and appropriate in all situations and for all of time. Up to the task, they came back with the sentence, "And this too shall pass." In addition to inspiring a really great George Harrison album, this phrase really does cover it all. It humbles us in our times of pride and glory. Like right now, I'm keenly aware that my minute of minor fame is about to pass, and it can provide comfort in times of fear and anxiety, like now with COVID-19. But I submit that the wise men were not as wise as they thought. Our love for our families, our gratitude towards the teachers, administrators, and staff of FHS, our intellectual curiosity, our desire to leave others a better world than we inherit, and hopefully the friendships we've made here these last 4 years. These things endure and shall not pass away. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Thank you and good luck.
Hello everyone, my name is Ben, and I'm a happy graduate of the 2020 class at Franklin High School. I first want to thank all the great teachers and staff at Franklin for caring about us and helping us realize our true selves during our short time at this school. I also want to thank my classmates for putting up with me and my closest friends for always being there for me. Some of you I will probably forget about next week, no offense, but others I will always remember. To close out my speech, I want to read a stanza from a song I have come to love called "Time to Pretend." I think it encapsulates many of the emotions and melancholic thoughts that we're all experiencing for this unusual graduation. And it's a little corny, I know, but here we go. I'll miss the playgrounds and the animals and digging up worms. I'll miss the comfort of my mother and the weight of the world. I'll miss my sister, miss my father, miss my dog and my home. And I'll miss the boredom and the freedom and all the time spent alone. And with that, all I have to say is goodbye and good luck to everyone.
Hi, I am Jillian Amsler, and I am a salutatorian for the Franklin High School class of 2020. When one thinks of standard graduation speeches, most of them begin with something along the lines of "Welcome to everyone in attendance." Obviously, this doesn't apply, so instead I say hello. Hello to whoever's watching this, and hello to the few people in the room awkwardly watching me speak to a nearly empty auditorium. I don't think that anyone expected at the beginning of the year that this would be how it concluded. 12 years and then some of school, only for it to wrap up with last-minute online classes and drive-through cap and gown pickups. In August, I was dreading the idea of final IB exams and 10 more months of waking up early. Now, if waking up at 7 rather than noon meant I could sit in class one more time, I'd do it in a heartbeat. I wasn't just a student at Franklin. I didn't just go to classes. I was a member of a number of different families, from the volleyball team to the IB kids, who shaped me into the capable person I am today. Yes, academic lessons were important, but they aren't what I'm going to recall the most. Rather, I know I will recall the lessons I learned from teachers and students alike that I know have prepared me for anything life throws at me, including adjusting to life during a global pandemic. I am proud to be a rebel for the class of 2020, no matter how our high school chapter concludes.
Hello everyone, my name is Emily Bechtel and I am one of your salutatorians. We are the 2020 graduates of Franklin High School. Looking back at our almost 4 years of secondary education, to me there is a common theme that emerges. We are the class of exceptional joy. We live in a time of great change and uncertainty. However, through everything that has come our way, we have found ceaseless happiness. Through the toils and troubles that have confronted our generation, we have made our own entertainment. We laughed and TikToked, cheered at pep rallies, and played rather intense trivia. Though we studied hard, we found time for clubs and sports and activities that brought light to our lives. We are the generation who has learned to prioritize happiness. Even in the last few months of our senior year, months that were meant to be dedicated to studying for IBs and APs and EOCs, we have instead found ourselves debating whether Michael Jordan is the GOAT, the entire plot of Tiger King, and if bleach is an acceptable drink. Moral of the story, we, the class of 2020, should pride ourselves on finding joy, even in the darkest of places. Now, from this eerily empty auditorium, I urge you to move forward with that happiness. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Hello, Franklin High School parents, students, faculty, and staff, and anybody else watching. Thank you for celebrating us. My name is Ellery Hall, and I am honored to be a salutatorian for the class of 2020. If you had told me even months ago that I would be here, I would have pictured giving a speech to a crowd instead of a camera. Much has changed around the world, in our country, and in our homes. But in spite of it all is our incredible accomplishment. We have graduated. This stage of our life is over, whether we gathered in celebration or not. Now, I ask seniors to do 3 things. First, look back on your past. Remember the moments that make up your senior year. Football games, test days, concerts, study sessions. Remember every first, last your parents photographed. Second, think of the future. Imagine your college friends or your first promotion. Picture the places you'll travel and the experiences you'll have. How are you going to move in the world? And how are you going to change it? Third, return to the present. Stay smart and stay safe, but don't write off the season as unimportant. Whether you're starting a new workout regime, practicing a new hobby, or just taking it day by day, you are alive. What you do today is as much a part of you as any day spent in the bleachers or in the library. I am proud of everyone in the class of 2020 for persevering through unprecedented circumstances, and most importantly, congratulations.
All right, hello, my name is Spencer Jones, and I'm a salutatorian for reasons that are beyond me. I'm sure with 16 other speeches, there's not really much else to say. So all I really have to add is, well, basically, good luck. This has been unusual, as I'm sure you've already heard. And I'm sure you're going to have a lot more unusual and maybe even tough times in the future. But, well, you guys got through this, so you should be able to get through most things. And yeah, best of luck. Oh, also, congratulations to all the Hunters Bend kids for getting rid of their principals 3 times in a row.
Hello, I'm Miriam Hanna, and I'm one of your salutatorians. I'd like to begin by congratulating all of the class of 2020. We've all worked hard to get to where we are, and we are probably the class who has pushed through the hardest of tribulations and endured the most. It has been an honor to get to know so many of you and grow along with this class. Whether it was laughing in calculus or crying in chemistry because we failed another test, thank you for all the memories you have left me with for the rest of my life. In exchange, I'd like to leave you all with some advice that took me a while to learn myself. We all have a light within us, and we should never let anyone dim it. We each have the ability to touch the lives of those around us, and we each have the power to get up every day and make a difference in the world. Whether it may affect generations to come or just one person, but it is your choice whether or not you choose to put in the hard work. You don't need to be the next Abraham Lincoln or the next Bill Gates, you just need to be the next you. We are all bright enough and talented enough to make a name for ourselves. So don't let others define your worth, but don't underestimate your need for others' help as well. You can learn something from each person you meet. Life is too short to sweat the small stuff, so don't get hung up on your mistakes. They are there to teach you. I want you all to also remember to never take anything for granted. We sometimes don't realize how blessed we are until our blessings are taken away, especially in a time such as now. Make sure you remember to be thankful for all that you are given and to make something out of it. Go out there and change the world. I'd like to thank my parents, friends, teachers, and above all God for helping me reach the point I'm at now. I absolutely could not have done it without any of you. We are going through tough times now, but we will only come out tougher. Just remember to hold on to the good in the world. It will always be there. Thank you, class of 2020, and congratulations.
Dear Franklin High School seniors and anybody else who may have stumbled upon this video, my name is Michael Brown, and I have had the privilege of serving as your president for our time at Franklin High School. First and foremost, thank you to all of the parents, teachers, principals, mentors, church leaders, and coaches who have helped us along the way. Without your help, we wouldn't be where we are today, and we wouldn't be who we are today. They say the third quarter stretch is the hardest, especially with senioritis. So first, I'd like to congratulate you on having the longest and most memorable spring break and senior skip in modern history. It may be a bit different being forced to stay at home than choosing to, but I hope it's been nice to discover what this sleep thing people keep talking about really is. As we have been spending our time at home, the weeks seem to crawl by, but at the same time, go pretty fast. This represents our time at Franklin. There were times that could not go by fast enough, and others that were simply gone too soon. So what do 4 years out of school really look like? For us, they looked like the days of the week. Freshman year is like a Monday. Monday comes like an alarm to a wonderful dream. This dream being middle school, it was more of a nightmare for many of us. But we were doing well, we thought we knew who we were, thought we knew what we were doing, the cream of the crop, and then bam, freshman year alarm hits, and we start all over. New people, new friends, new school, a fresh start. We were given the chance to reinvent ourselves for the years to come. We all were awkward freshmen who didn't really know what we were doing. There were some good times and lots of firsts. And it was pretty fun, but it seemed to drag on, and we were more than ready for the future. Sophomore year is like Tuesday. Though it is not super memorable, it's a good time. We were happy to no longer be the newbies, but still far enough from the end to have to worry about too much. We worked hard, but had time for our newly developed friend groups. There were also some scares with people learning to drive and getting on the road. Junior year is like Wednesday. With the end right around the corner, lots of hard work went into this time. Not only did we have to finish strong, but we had to research what our next steps were going to be. We were experienced in driving, more or less, and so some of us even started getting jobs, adding more responsibilities onto the list. All of this brings us to senior year. Though we envisioned our last day to be a celebratory Friday, it was literally a Thursday. Thursday, the day before Friday, though not as looked forward to, it's still enjoyable. Thursday is the day of learning, and many times during the school year, was the day of late night cramming and late night essay writing. It is also the time that we plan for what is to come and start making hard decisions. And while we did not plan for Thursday to be the end, we can look back fondly over all the laughs and joys along the way. We can still celebrate each other's achievements. We can and still, and will, keep moving forward. Now you may be thinking, okay, I kind of followed the extended metaphor, Michael, emphasis on extended, but you're still missing a day. What happened to Friday? Well, just like in school, Friday is the day of testing. Monday through Friday. Well, Monday through Thursday, that is. Freshman year through senior year. All that we have learned along the way is leading up to this day, this next step. It will test you. There will be joy and laughter. You all will do incredible things. This day is right around the corner. But right now, we seem to be stuck in the night before. We are stuck in a time where the darkness of the night surrounds us and shrouds our future with mystery. It is hard to know what the next day will even hold. The night can bring tragedy and heartbreak, and will be hard to get through. However, this night too shall pass. and with it will come the dawn of not just a new day, but a new era. On that day, we will emerge from our homes, that is, with all of our knowledge and experiences, ready to take on the world. But not only will we take it on, but we will lead it into a better and brighter future. The resiliency that is in every single one of you is what makes our class so special. We had a lot of firsts and a lot of lasts unfairly ripped away, but we are still pushing, and we will keep pushing. We've been through lots of challenges, and we will get through this one. Moving forward in life, each of us will experience days of learning, but there will be just as many days of testing. We all will make mistakes, they're simply inevitable. But it is in making these mistakes that we can learn what is right. All of us will be on different paths, but we will always stem from a similar journey. Whatever you want to achieve in life, keep that on your mind. If you fall down, get back up, brush off, and get back to it. As Superman once said, a hero is an ordinary individual who finds the strength to persevere and endure in spite of overwhelming obstacles. This will not be our last obstacle, but it will be defining proof that our class is ready for whatever may come. Congratulations, class of 2020. We have made it, but we have also just begun.
Hi, I'm Dina Sweet, and I'm one of your valedictorians. Hey, class of 2020. I'm honored to be speaking to you today. I've been so blessed to spend my last 3 years here at Franklin. I'm proud of all of us for making it here, but of course, we didn't get here by ourselves. I'm very grateful for the close friends and amazing teachers that I've found through the IB program. I'd also like to thank all of our friends, parents, and teachers for providing us with invaluable support and stability throughout our high school career, and especially during this uncertain time. But I want to remind you that our classes always experience change, whether it's testing a new curriculum or improving the security on the front doors. As the class of 2020, we've been guinea pigs for many new policies. While some of those changes were not that great, like the new Teen Ready test that just would not work correctly, not all of it has been bad. I'm pretty glad for one that we added the annex, only because it means that I don't have to run into my younger brother. I'm sure we've all heard the phrase, change is the only constant. But I think that's true. Change is the only way we can move forward, both as individuals and as a whole. I'm glad for the change that brought me all the way over here to Franklin High School. Repeating the same things over and over again isn't that fun. It means that we probably won't learn anything new. That's why we're celebrating our graduation. While we acknowledge all the hard work that we've done to get here, we're also marking the switch to the next chapter of our lives. I know that our futures are more unpredictable than usual. We're not even sure yet if our first semester of college will be in person or online. But I also know that change inspires us to be better. So I hope that our unique experiences will reshape us and push us to call for change, both in our own lives and in our communities. So congratulations on graduating. That hasn't changed. I hope you all have a wonderful summer, and I look forward to seeing you guys in July. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jinsun Kim, and I am a valedictorian. I am old and tired, just as many of you who have been affected by senioritis. Knowing life will end in a silent death, perhaps unnecessarily loud for others, we are all thrust into an existential crisis, pursuing essence in our existence, facing self-inflicted struggles for the sake of a fleeting glimpse of unrealized dreams. But instead of spiraling into depression on such a ceremonious day, I encourage each and every one of you to stop taking things so seriously, even this endless search for meaning, and indulge in the positive memories that have brought us here today. There are a few things that will forever characterize my memories of this school. Corinthian columns, the solar eclipse, the dab, the woe, the renegade, the peanut butter jelly sandwiches that either had too much peanut butter or too much jelly, cartons and cartons and cartons of chocolate milk, the baffling 300 hallway, marching band, and most importantly, the wonderful group of faculty and peers who have reversed my former assumption that high school is a mental torture institution in which we are its prisoners, scrubbing our brains clean against a backdrop of sickening cliches. As a matter of fact, high school was a journey, an arduous, long, difficult journey that paved our way towards intellectual maturation and community involvement. It has become a haven to collectively exercise our hobbies and form relationships, some which will last for a lifetime. My point is, we are all very lucky people.
Even I, standing before you as a demonstration of academic competence, cannot take full credit for my achievements. We are all lucky to be here, alive, lucky for family and friends who have supported us, lucky to acquire an education, and lucky to move on and make our own life choices. And as you do so, be confident in your decisions. Let your intuition flourish with the guidance of schooling and valuable mentors, and make the most out of your opportunities. I am grateful to be part of the bright and talented FHS class of 2020, and I wish you all, my fellow graduates, the best of luck. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Nicholas Grumman and I'm one of your valedictorians, and congratulations on graduating. Well, before I begin, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone that made high school possible for all of us. A huge thanks to the teachers, to the coaches, the directors, the club sponsors, the custodians, and the principals. Thank you so much for everything you gave us these past 4 years. And of course, a big thank you is in order to our counselors who put up with our naive perceptions of the world as we dreamt of the future this year. I also want to take the opportunity as valedictorian in the first class of multiple valedictorians to specifically recognize the arts program here. For perhaps the first time, ambitious students like myself can take arts classes like band, which I participated in for all 4 years, and have no fear of dropping out of running for valedictorian. So I just wanted to take a moment to add a special thanks to the arts teachers that had some of the biggest impact on me during my time here at Franklin. So when I was writing the speech, I wasn't quite sure what to write about. I was given the rather vague prompt, 2-minute address to your classmates. I was fully committed to doing some hand waving and podium banging like Dwight from The Office and giving a Mussolini speech, but I decided against that at 12:47 this morning in favor of something a little bit more serious. I thought about sharing a funny story about checking out as many books from the library as possible, and then adding a meaningful lesson about how I actually learned something from reading all the masterpieces this year. But I finally decided on the subject that life is a story. So I can't promise this will be under 2 minutes, but in fact I guarantee it won't. But it wouldn't be a proper valedictorian speech if it weren't long and boring, so here it goes. The story begins, like any good story, with the status quo. But we're just going to skip that part because no one really wants to remember the scary person they were in middle school. So the story begins, like any good story, with the call to action. This is the part when we joined exciting clubs and teams and fancied ourselves as sophisticated members of the Big Kids Club. We went to our first football game and started on our adventure. And of course, I can't let you forget about the supernatural aid we received from our trusted sidekick, the fidget spinner. So with our fidget spinner in hand, we approached the threshold guardian at the end of freshman year. Sadly, the fidget spinner did not survive the epic battle which ensued between us, the heroes of this story, and the boss of the freshman level, acceptance. This boss was a tough one. It convinced us the best way to decide who we were was to compare ourselves to everyone else. In addition, it had a poison it would use on anyone who got too close to defeating it. The pimples this poison caused meant certain doom. Although this ugly monster would attempt to derail our adventure many times in the years to come, by the beginning of our sophomore year, we had mostly solidified our closest friends, we had picked some mentors from the upperclassmen we had encountered on our adventures, and we were ready to have some responsibility. But instead of the holy grail we envisioned winning as pseudo-upperclassmen, we entered the most challenging part of our adventure, called the abyss. Most of our memories of that daunting time were mysteriously blurred, likely due to the traumatic conclusion of freshman year that smelled quite strongly of formaldehyde. During sophomore year, we did some cool stuff, and peas and carrots, and then some of us just make poor decisions, and then Carrefour was rushed by in a blur, and suddenly we were real upperclassmen. During junior year, we entered the transformation stage of our journey. We started to become the people we are today. For the first time, we were trusted to take on some responsibility in our extracurriculars. We got to give back to the underclassmen, like the upperclassmen had given to us from our early days. Then finally, after what seemed like forever, we were the top dogs in the silly establishment which the teenage social sphere revolves around. We were ready to complete the hero's journey and receive our gift from the goddess. We were extremely unlucky senior class, though, it turns out, for the gift we won for our troubles abruptly ended our journey, much like that of Macbeth, with a surprise decapitation. We certainly had no Disney princess ending, but I think being hardened by fire, or perhaps more accurately, by sleeping in for 2 months in a row, will make us one of the strongest ever senior classes. The true legacy of the hero's journey, the reason they teach it in schools, is that it can be easily serialized. The journey just starts over again when it ends. So even though this adventure abruptly ended, our next adventure awaits. I have a feeling this next adventure will be a truly epic story for each and every one of us. I have just one last word of advice. It is literally one word, Tim Chiel. However, I'm going to use another 88 words to explain it. Then I'm done, I promise. Tim Chiel means thou mayest. Thou mayest choose to be evil, or thou mayest choose to be righteous. Every person has a choice about how they want to spend their life. Now, no valedictorian speech would be complete without a Star Wars metaphor, so here is mine. Don't choose to be Anakin, choose to be Luke, especially when the system needs to be changed. But never ever choose to be a stormtrooper. Even Anakin is better than being the mindless product of a system. Thank you. My name is Nicholas Grumman. I'm proud to be your valedictorian.
4 years ago, I never could have envisioned myself standing in this spot, giving this speech. I doubt any one of us could have foreseen anything about our journey through high school. When we walked into the halls of Franklin High for the very first time, we were starting our lives anew with a fresh challenge. This looked different to all of us, but there was one clear goal: survive. Surviving our time here at Franklin was not as easy as one would think. We have watched history be made, and sometimes I wish we lived in unprecedented times. Whether it was killer clowns or COVID-19, no one can say that we have had a dull time at Franklin. But here we are, and we have conquered the challenge that is high school. We did it together, and we have come out stronger than ever before. Looking back on all of the events of our high school career, our freshman selves should be proud of who we have become. Every single one of us has something to be proud of. Whether it was passing freshman biology, learning an instrument, making the varsity team, or getting into the school of your dreams, we have grown into the young adults to make our teachers, mentors, parents, and ourselves proud. Dwelling on the past is not always a good thing, but we're about to come to a very important crossroads in our lives, and history is about to repeat itself. In a few months, we are about to walk into brand new halls, or brand new Zoom calls, and we'll have some of the exact same difficulties ahead of us. But these new difficulties present new opportunities for growth. There is so much for the world to offer us, and countless adventures for us to embark on. We know how to take on this next adventure, because this school has equipped us with everything we need. And finally, thank you to the teachers, parents, mentors, and staff who guided us on this journey.
Hi, I'm David. I'm a valedictorian this year, and this is my speech. Welcome, class of 2020, and anyone else watching this video. Congratulations, you have graduated high school. You have achieved something that around 85% of seniors do every year. It actually would have been more special if you had not graduated, but that's not important. This incredible accomplishment we are celebrating could only have been achieved with the help of your amazing teachers, families, and classmates. But instead of talking about this special achievement and your bright futures, I'd like to use my 2 brief minutes of speech time to share something more interesting. In 1978, 3 researchers conducted a study comparing the happiness levels of 2 different groups: lottery winners and people paralyzed in accidents. As it turns out, lottery winners were much happier after winning the lottery than paraplegics were after being paralyzed. That's not the interesting part. The interesting part is that after some time passed, happiness levels in the 2 groups were nearly equal. 2 drastically different events, one extremely good and one extremely bad, resulted in the same level of happiness. What the study seems to demonstrate is the concept of a hedonic treadmill. Basically, what this means is that you are going to stay at a stable level of happiness throughout your lifetime. When bad or good things happen to you, you will mentally adjust to these changes over time and thus return to your average state of happiness. This is a pretty intuitive concept, but there's some lessons you can derive from this. 1, you will not become sustainably happy by getting that one thing you want so badly, whether it's money, a promotion, or a relationship. After something you want becomes something you have, you will start to get used to it and your happiness will fade. 2, you are going to get over the bad things that happen to you. You are not doomed to be sad and depressed forever after you experience tragedy or fail at something important. Again, in time, you will return to your average level of happiness. To conclude, you are going to be fine. No matter where you end up in the future, no matter how rich or successful, you will feel normal. Embrace it. Learn to appreciate things that seem ordinary. Happy graduation and best of luck to all of you.
Near our city's northern border, reared against the sky, proudly stands our alma mater as the years roll by. Forward ever be our watchword, conquer and prevail. Hail to thee, our alma mater, Franklin High, all hail.
This is my last graduation for Franklin High School. I want to talk about the class of 2020. It has been an honor visiting your classrooms, watching you play on the various playing fields, watching your fine arts performances, watching you grow, traveling up and down the road wherever you went, and most of all, I think just getting to know you, because I've been your most outspoken cheerleader. I acknowledge that your senior year has been cut short. My words of wisdom to you would be, let's not dwell on the past and the things that we didn't do or have not done or didn't get to do. Instead, let's look at the opportunities that the pandemic provided you to engage with your families. Let's look to the future, class of 2020. You will do great things, inspiring others, changing our world one day at a time. You have always been a classy act. I remember at ball games when things were not, where you were doing inappropriate things, I would always say to you, remember, we're classier than that. So please continue to be a classy person. You have a special place in my heart, and I wish you nothing but the best. Now to the part of the ceremony that all of you are waiting for. As the counselors prepare for the ceremony, I would like to remind you, our invited guests, that this is a very dignified ceremony. Therefore, please refrain from interrupting the ceremony. Every family should have the right to hear their student's name called. There should be no use of noisemakers. Then, by the authority vested in me by the Honorable Bill Lee, the Governor of the great state of Tennessee, Penny Swin, Commissioner of Education, Gary Anderson, Chairman of the Williamson County Board of Education, Jason Golden, Superintendent of Schools, and Mr. Welch, our platform guest, I confer the appropriate diplomas to the class of 2020. Counselors, please come forward.
Carter David Adams. Jada Scott Adams. Mary Sheffield Akers.
Emily Jordan Alcock. Kaylin Dariella Alfaro Urbina. Jillian Quinn Amsler.
David Tahoe On. Avery Maev Anderson. Michael James Andrews. Caroline Atif Anis. Getu Michael Archie.
Olivia Argo.
Emily Waters Arnold. Hannah Lee Ash. Ari Nathaniel Balbergen. Bailey Elizabeth Babb. Megan Nicole Backish. Kennedy Helen Bailey. Ashlyn Rayanne Baker. Ellie Renee Bancroft.
Emma Julianne Bancroft. Wesley Garwood Barrett.
Emily Annette Bechtel. Hunter James Bedwell.
Mallory Savoy Benhoff.
Cameron Clay Berry. Maxwell Allen Binkley. Mason Allen Blackburn. Carson Scott Blunt. Caleb Thomas Bowles. Reagan Lee Bolt. Brock Scott Bordeaux. Anna Claire Bourne. Elaine Grace Bouvier. John Martin Boyette. Audrey Jane Bradley. Elizabeth Grace Bradley. Logan Richard Brady. Hannah Elizabeth Brazel. Matthew Ryan Brewster.
Zachary Thomas Richard Brobston.
Dylan Howard Brooks. Michael Franklin Brown. Ashley Nicole Broyles. Rayleigh Ann Bruce. Ryder James Bolt. Connor Michael Burbage. Miles Gill Burgess.
Ian Stewart Burr. Judson Scott Butler. Thomas Brian Callister. Evan Amadeus Cameron. John Thomas Campbell. Amelia Rose Cannon. Ariana Shane Cardell. Caitlin Alexa Carey. Allison Mackenzie Cartwright. Jackson Ryan Caspear. Charmaine Human Chan. Isaac Randall Chapman. Madeline Parker Carnes. Landon Reed Chavez. Ivan Chen. Shaka Makai Chimbori. Kennedy Jean Christian. Harrison Bates Clark. William Anderson Clark. Stella Grace Clymer. Isaac Reed Collins. Connor Michael Colvard. Evelyn Ashley Cook. Claire Marie Cordell. Maxine Ruth Cork. Reed Gerard Cox. Haley Elizabeth Coyle. Zoe Elizabeth Crampton. Benjamin Diego Cruz. Mingsing Dina Swee. Reese Mackenzie Cutts. Benjamin Russell Dalkey. Christian Robert Darr. Ethan Alexander Davis. Finch Jackson Davis. Peter Stephen Davis. Samuel Jacob Dean. Sydney Elizabeth Decker. Sadler Lee Deming. Zachary Bradley Diaz. Rhiannon Jade Darrow. Ashley Jane Dotson. Amelia Helen Doyle. Blake William Dreyer. Elizabeth Crew Duffett. Abigail Claire Dunlap. Carly Marie Dunn. Sarah Louise Dunn. Olivia Adele Dupuis. Bailey Irvin Dvorak. Cone Will Eastridge. Travis Foster Airy. Elsa Grace Eisenhart. Paris Brianna Effington. Macy Claire Eubanks. Kennedy May Azell. Donald Asher Fagan. Asher Hyde Ferguson. Kyle Avery Fernandez. Alexandra Rose Filipiak. Christopher Morel Finley. Ava James Fitzgerald. Natalie Ann Fletcher. Julia Elise Foote. Alexandra Jane Forbes. Isabella Marie Ford. Elizabeth Dean Foster. Madeline Adair Fry. Kelsey Paige Fuller. Tanner Anthony Gaddams. Carson Michael Glasgow. Ashley Michelle Morris Gleason.
Anna Kristen Solke Goebel. Holly Elise Gonzalez. Alexa Lynn Gordon.
Madeline Emery Grant.
Parker Robert Grass.
I am so elated that I am able to stand here on the stage and speak to you. I'll keep my speech short, but I'd like to acknowledge the many things we have to be.
Ava Reed Gregory.
Isabella Rose Griggs. Isabella Snow Griggs.
Cooper Fate Grills.
John David Gross. Matthew Isaac Grobe.
Nicholas Cooper Grumman. Alexis Noel Gully.
Evan Parker Guzman. Joseph Roland Haggard. Juliana Elaine Hale. Ellery Grace Hall.
Evelyn Virginia Hall.
Miriam Ashraf Hannah. Ansley Lane Harbin. Wyatt Judd Harnage. Jackson Pierce Harris. John Michael Harvey Jr. Samantha Ann Hassel. Sarah Faith Hathcock. Lauren Ann Hayes. Anastasia Maria Catherine Hellis.
Daniel Clifton Hembry. Christian Sergey Hendricks.
Herbert Edward Hinion IV. Hannah Nicole Hinkle. Julian Luis Herrera. Noah Anthony Hodak. Rachel Lauren Hodge. Daniel Prophet Hodges. Ian Michael Holohan. Emma Elizabeth Hollander. Jacqueline Victoria Honeycutt. Valentina Lucia Hokirk.
Ellie Lillian Hornick. Zach Harara.
Connie Sue. Alexander Todd Humphrey. Patrick Allen Hunt.
Brianna Genevieve Hurt. Nolan Daniel Imbrecht. Emily Grace Isaacs. Catherine Jane Jackson. Justin Keith Jackson. Cameron Elizabeth Jean. Jackson Winfield Jennings. Savion Jashawn Johnson. Salathius Damon Johnson. Cody Franklin Jones. Spencer Campbell Jones. Taraku Samuel Jones. Katrina Lee Jordan. Justin Hugh Juarez. Joellen Salom Sabu Kalakal. Jin Sun Kim. John Michael Kirkpatrick. Elizabeth Morgan Kanyan. Reed Eric Kiefler. Jennifer Songmin Kwan.
Mia Isabella Caprice Lamar. Jackson Barrett Lamb. Sierra Lynn Lambert.
Shoshana Devora Lapping. Carson Brent Latham.
Rachel Shea LaTourette. Carson Eric Lewis. Taylor Brandon Ligon. Adam David Lilly.
Lila Elizabeth Lamuti.
Maxwell Davis Lynn. Julia Hope Lipscomb. Michael Guy Lipscomb. Caleb Adam Litton. Emmeline Litton. Curtis Credo Gabriel Lockridge. Margaret Elizabeth Less. Jack Copeland Longley. Benjamin Michael Longo. Samuel Brunswick Lowe V. Tate Edward McGee. Jacob Lawton Malloy. Beck Winston Marable. Isabel Marie Marek. Grayson Elizabeth Marin.
Andrew Jacob Marsh. John William Martin. Juliana Kate Masterson. William Daniel McAdams. Ella Rose McBride. Samuel Hunter McAdams. Warren Reeves McClellan. Sage Elise McClung. Alexandra Lee McLean. Jack David Mahar. Riley Jordan Mengus. Benjamin Michael Judge Menko. Natasha Allison Messier. Patrick Harrison Miller Hill. Nicholas Julian Miskey. Haley Brooke Middleberg. Wyatt McFarland Moore. John Elston Morris Jr. Andrew Bennett Moss. Kara Elaine Moyers. Juan Ulysses Marillo Cruz. Alexander Murphy. Owen Walker Myatt. Chloe Elizabeth Newman. Joshua Ray Nichols. Andrea Renee Nagro. Ethan Michael Nordhoff. Maggie Gail O'Brien. Molly Elizabeth O'Neill. Nubia Octavo. Chloe Lee Odell. Emily Grace Oldham. Ashley Diane Olin. Amarachkwu Gavrila Otike Odivi. William Reese Owsley the fourth. Grace Lee Garland Payton. Dylan Lorenzo Pascal. Ethan Edward Patterson. Isabella Keaton Patterson. Matthew Christopher Peak. Griffin James Phillips. Mia Grace Pike. Michaela Lane Poliski. Jonah Kyle Powell. Santiago Josue Powell. Anna Catherine Prickett.
Nicholas Allen Putman. Shanbo Chow. Sydney Kai Ramsey. Alana Naomi Randolph. Ethan Tillman Rainey. Avery May Rasmussen. Burke Hampton Rattan. Walker Christopher Reeves. Jade Lee Redding. Olivia Mercedes Ressel. Luke Elijah Reed. Chase Michael Reimer. Ava Grace Reynolds. Julia Rose Richmond. Jack Alexander Rigg. Jonathan David Reese. Sarah Bess Rickard. Nancy Yale Robertshaw. Erin Michelle Rohde. Silas Aaron Roof. Destiny Garcia Ruiz. Margaret Ann Rushing. Clyde William Russell. Martin Reed Russell.
Maria Alejandra Sanchez Buito.
Sydney Laura Saul. Hannah Grace Sobey. Spencer Luke Schaefer. Alexandra Danae Shear. Reed Thomas Sellers. Mary Leslie Sessions. Caroline Marie Short.
Chloe Michelle Schubert.
Ellery Olivia Sladeski. Isaac Andrew Smar. Jamie Ashlyn Smith. Keller Madison Smith. Lauren Kathleen Smith. Mark Joseph Smith. Thomas Logan Smith. Robert Hamilton Snipes.
Jackson Reed Spalding Oldham.
Gretchen Evelyn Speckman. John Mack Stanley. Stephen Joseph Stanley. Ryan Isidore Stark. Kimmy Elise Stakely.
Garrett Stockdale. Bowen Hardy Stone. Caroline Suzanne Stone. Matthew Nathan Stone. Lily Ann Virginia Stoppelbein. Haley Marie Faith Street. Lauren Haley Stewart. Zachary Allen Schwartz. Caroline Elizabeth Sweat. Hannah Elizabeth Sykes. Patrick Christopher Schmoshik. Sarah Walker Tanner.
Aiden Winter Tate.
Madeline Grace Taylor. Amritha Thuravidula. Jordan Blake Timmerberg. Caitlin Elizabeth Huelan Townsend. Cameron Lee Edward Tucker. Heath Ryan Turner. Gabrielle Elizabeth Voiles. Ella May Vasaki. Austin Thomas Wadzinski. Caleb James Wagner. Naomi Eloise Walker. Hannah Grace Walling. Samuel Thomas Walsh. Eli Gregory Warden. Adam Michael Warman. Kate Duncan Hall Warner. Haven Corinne Watson. Jacob Timothy Weatherford. Jennifer Ann Wigan. Nathaniel Hillman Welch. Daniel Ian Weller. Blair Elizabeth Wheeler. Sarah Grace Wheeler. Sophia Jane Wheeler. Stephen Christopher Wheeler. Aaron Brennan White.
Everybody, my name is Nicholas Groman, and I'm one of your valedictorians, and congratulations on graduating. Well, before I begin, I just want to take a moment to thank everyone that made high school possible for all of us.
Nolan Grady White. Riley Ella White. Jacob Kendrick Whitehurst. Zachary McKay Whitler. William Michael Wiggins. Jackson Robert Wilcox. Samuel Charles Wilcox. Delaney Brooke Wilkin. from on Williams. Isabella Grace Williams. Jessica Nicole Williams. Joseph Connor Williams. Eden Rose Williams Esplund. Jacob Hayes Willow. Jacob Ross Wilson. Jet Graham Wilson. Nathaniel Bennett Wood. Seth Samuel Woodruff. Gloria Michelle Wright. James Samuel Wright. Morgan Danielle Robluski. David Buchin Shu. Enrique Hiroshi Yamamoto. Daniel Alejandro Zambrano Acosta. Blake Thomas Zygotowski. Enoch Lin Zhang. Zoe Brooke Zumovich.